Game number 3 of the World Series between the Cincinnati Reds and the Tampa Bay Rays, and the series has officially now moved to the Trop, one of the more unique ballparks in America. The Cincinnati Reds and the Tampa Bay Rays will go at it for game number 3 of the Fall Classic after the Reds have taken a 2-0 series lead off of back-to-back wins in Cincinnati, Ohio, and 2 very different games. Game 1, a low-scoring affair that the Reds just did enough to go out and win. They survived a late-inning scare by both Camilo Doval and the Tampa Bay Rays bats, but we were led to victory by 2 solo home runs between Bryce Harper and Elly De La Cruz. Game number 2, a completely different ball game. Bunch of home runs flying left and right. Bryce Harper supplied 2 of those, so yes, make it 3 so far in this World Series. Kyle Tucker went deep as well, and the Reds, for the most part, just basically blew out the Rays in game number 2. So we're up 2-0 going into game number 3, but again, the series now does shift to Tropicana Field. Game 1, again, 2-1. Game 2, 7-3, both in favor of the Cincinnati Reds. And again, key storylines to look out for in this game. Can Bryce Harper continue this historic pace to start off this World Series? And can the Reds pitching continue to excel? Andrew Abbott gets the start tonight for Cincinnati, and for the Rays, it will be Zach Eflin, 5.25 ERA so far in this postseason. He will get Elly De La Cruz to ground out to start this game off. And folks, if you haven't yet though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more Reds franchise mode here on the channel, as TJ Friedl gonna hit one the opposite field. That ball is gonna get down. Friedl has a double here in the first inning. Bad throw in by the Rays outfield, but it is fine. Bryce Harper comes up on the 3-1 pitch. Oh, Bryce gonna ground out. You feel good about that count, hitters count, but Bryce will ground out. And Kyle Tucker, who, has been kind of unclutch, but it's okay. Kyle Tucker grounds out. We now go on to the bottom of the first. Here's Andrew Abbott. What a start to the postseason. 18 2/3 innings, 1.45 ERA, and he will get the leadoff man Byron Buxton to pop out to Bryce Harper. 1 gone for Randy Arozarena on the 2-2 pitch. Randy on the ground, right to Spencer Steer to first for the second out of the inning. Here comes Yandy Diaz on the 1-2, offering it. Diaz on the ground. Matt McLain with the dive, and he's got it. Oh, throw though is going to be down in the dirt. They're going to count an E4 on McLain, but it's okay. There is Andrew Abbott to pick up the scraps. He's going to set down Wisdom on strikes. As we go on to the top of the second, Teoscar Hernandez is going to fly out to right field to start off this inning. Now to the dish, it will be Will Benson on the 1-2 pitch. Benson gonna put one on the ground right to the shortstop in Carson Williams. We've got 2 down the inning for Spencer Steer. Steer gonna hit that inside sinker into right. Charging in to make the out though will be Byron Buxton. Assuming the center field duties tonight for Tampa Bay, it's Drew Gilbert instead. So Isaac Pereira is going to lead off the inning here with a walk of Andrew Abbott, or Abbott's gonna walk him, as Jake Rogers, the catcher, gonna hit one in to right field. That's gonna bring the lead runner to third. Second and third, no outs for Tampa Bay here in this bottom of the second for Carson Williams, who steps in on a 1-2 pitch and he stares at strike 3. What are we doing? We'll take it. Drew Gilbert on the 1-1, gonna hit one into right. That ball's gonna get down, and for the first time in this 2026 World Series, the Tampa Bay Rays have a lead. It's 2-0 here in the top of the second inning, thanks to Drew Gilbert's 2 RBI double, and they're looking for more. Oh, but Elly De La Cruz gonna take one away from Caminero. We've got 2 outs for Buxton, and he will strike out on that pitch looking. We go to the top of the third, 2-0 lead here for Tampa Bay. The Reds trying to get back here. Shea Langoliers, who is still hitless in this World Series, will ground out. Matt McLain takes a horrible swing at the baseball, and he will ground out to third over to the third baseman in Paredes. We've got 2 down for TJ Friedl after an Elly De La Cruz walk, and Elly will swipe second base. So immediately putting a runner in scoring position for Friedl with 2 outs. Can he deliver once again? Friedl on the ground. Yes, he will. That one's hitting to right. Here comes Elly De La Cruz. The throw by Buxton is not in time. Cincinnati cuts this Rays lead in half. It's 2-1 as Bryce Harper continues to do his thing. Came into today batting .458. Bryce Harper has himself a 2-out single. Trying to bring another one in is Kyle Tucker, but a great diving play at first base by Yandy Diaz will put Tucker away. The Reds, though, do get one back. As we go on to the bottom of the third, Randy Arozarena will lead things off. He is going to hit one in the air to Teoscar Hernandez. We've got one out for now Yandy Diaz, who in the regular season was by far the best bat for this Tampa Bay team. He's been pretty good in the playoffs as well. However, right here, Kyle Tucker will make the play and right to put him away. Patrick Wisdom on the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Abbott sets him down in the 12-6. We go to the top of the fourth. Teoscar Hernandez leads things off. That one is down in center field, and tumbling over and not making the play is Drew Gilbert. Hernandez has 3. He's going to be on with a stand-up leadoff triple, and the tying run immediately is 90 feet away for Will Benson, and hey, that does a job. Benson gonna hit it on the ground. It is an RBI ground out. This game is now tied 2-2 as we thought Spencer Steer would have a base hit right there. However, that ball just dies out and goes straight into the glove of the second baseman and junior Caminero. Shea Langoliers will end this inning by lining out into center. Hard hit ball, though, we're not complaining. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Isaac Pereira is gonna leave things off for Tampa Bay. Softly hit, but straight to Spencer Steer, and Steer going to throw him out across the diamond. Jake Rogers on the 2-2 hits that ball to center field, but coming around it will be TJ Friedel. We've got 2 down in the inning for Carson Williams, the shortstop on the 1-2 pitch. 81 for Abbott is strike 3, and we are still knotted up at 2 runs apiece. And doing something we've never done with Matt McLain, but I saw an opening, and why not take it? McLain bunts for a base hit, and now we're going to send him to second. De La Cruz strikes out, but McLain swipes second base, bringing to the dish TJ Friedel. But first, the Rays already remove Eflin and go to Garrett Cleavinger. Cleavinger will see TJ Friedel first, and that's a walk. Bryce Harper on the 2-1, rips one, deep center field. Back on it's Gilbert. Did Harper do it again? Yes, he did! Bryce Harper, all-time clutch. His 6th in the playoffs, but 4th in just 3 games of the 2026 World Series. How badly does that guy want to win his first ring? Bryce Harper, 421 straightaway center field. He might have just put the Reds up 3-0 in this World Series. Again, a lot of game left to play, but the way it's been going, everything looking up for Cincinnati right now on the road here against the Rays. Teoscar Hernandez will strike out to end the inning, but we will continue pitching with Abbott here in this bottom of the 5th, but Drew Gilbert will take advantage. He's going to rip that one into the right center field gap. We're going to keep Abbott in for now. Probably one more base hit sends him out. Caminero on the 1-2, going to barely hit one, and there is Ellie De La Cruz to take it away. We've got one out for the top of the order. Huge test. Byron Buxton on the 2-1 pitch is going to get popped out. Great situational pitching right there by Abbott. We've got 2 outs for Randy Arozarena on the 1-1. Oh, man. We messed up the pinpoint, and Arozarena will take Abbott deep on the sweeping curve. His 4th of the playoffs, and just like that, the Rays are back within 1 run. We do keep Abbott out there to see Yandy Diaz. I mean, you know, he gets the out, so Abbott technically is still in line for the win, but we're going to need likely more than 5 runs to win this game. Lucas Sims now comes out to pitch the righty with a 5.4 ERA. We'll see Will Benson first, and that slurve is going to tie him up. We'll have 1 out for Spencer Steer on the 1-1. Steer is going to get popped out as well on a slurve. So the slurve early in Sims' appearance is doing damage for him. Shea Langoliers now on the 1-2 pitch will strike out in a slider. So again, just a really productive outing right there out of Lucas Sims. Michael Kopech will get the ball here for the bottom of the 6th. We talked about in the last episode potentially moving him to a later game type role, but Patrick Wisdom is going to rip one into left. Oh, that ball is not out. Teoscar Hernandez tries to rob it, but it stays in the park. Wisdom is on with a leadoff double. Bringing Paredes up to the plate on the 1-1 pitch. Ball's hit sharply right to Matt McLain. Runner moves over, but still a lead for now for the Reds. Jake Rogers on the 1-2. Got him! Oh, the Kopech hook has been so good. Here comes Carson Williams. Swing and a miss. Michael Kopech showing out clutch. Let's now go to the 7th inning. Colin Poche will lead things off here for Tampa Bay, at least pitching-wise, and he's going to get Matt McLain to fly out into center field. There's the center fielder in Drew Gilbert. We've got 1 out now for the leadoff man in Ellie De La Cruz in the 1-1. Hey, might as well bunt again. It will work again. Perfectly placed bunt by Ellie De La Cruz. He's on with a 1-out single, and again, we're going to send him. Oh, and he's out. Oh. Okay, I don't really anticipate De La Cruz being thrown out, but it is what it is. Friedel flies out to end the inning, and Cincinnati's still up by 1. Going into the bottom of the 7th, we give the ball to the lefty Matt Strom, and he will walk Drew Gilbert to start his outing off. Caminero now on the 1-2, rips one down the line in right field. That ball's gonna get down. It's gonna be extra bases for the second baseman. We gotta watch Gilbert, who is coming to the plate. McLean on the relay. This game's tied. Man, oh man. We've got a 5-5 game here in the bottom of the 7th. Byron Buxton strikes out. Problem is drop third strike. Caminero moves to third. So now we bring in Mason Miller, who's been used in high leverage spots before with a runner on third. Randy Arozarena on the 1-2. Got him. It is Miller time in Tampa Bay. Oh my goodness, Randy. Yandy Diaz on the 2-2 with 2 outs. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, it's a horrible looking swing by Yandy Diaz. He just sticks the bat out there. It gets past Bryce Harper. Wisdom pops out to end the inning, but he sticks the bat out there, and it's good enough to pick up a hit and a run. Tampa Bay's up 1 going into the top of the 8th. Here's Jason Adam. ERA of 2.45 so far this postseason, and the Rays finally get Bryce Harper. And that's a huge out. The Reds are down to their final 5. Kyle Tucker on the 1-1 pitch. He's going to blast one. Oh my goodness. It's backed up by Caminero at second, and down goes Tucker. Hernandez in the 3-1 pitch. He walks. Tying run to first. Go-ahead run to the plate. Will Benson on the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3. Given I swung because we were going to try to steal Hernandez. He had a horrible jump. He would have been out at second base anyways. We go to the bottom of the 8th, right? Pereira's up first. He's going to fly out. Jake Rogers strikes out because, again, Mason Miller is that guy. Carson Williams the 1-2. Again, Mason Miller is that guy. Yandy Diaz closed his eyes and swung the bat. So to the top of the 9th, here's the closer for Tampa Bay and Pete Fairbanks. He's been good in the postseason. And hey, Xavier Isaac, who was once a Tampa Bay prospect, is going to pinch hit for Spencer Steer. He strikes out. So yeah. Fairbanks is nasty, I'm not going to lie though, right? Like Shea Langoliers on the 2-2 pitch, he still doesn't have a hit in the postseason. He's looking absolutely silly. Final hope, we're going to pinch hit Anthony Rizzo. Yeah, forgot we had him. Rizzo's going to pinch hit for McLean on the 3-2 pitch. Down he goes on strikes. I was just trying to get it to Ellie De La Cruz. Because if you get it to De La Cruz, then Friedel comes after, and then you get Bryce Harper, who's essentially batting .500 in the playoffs. But Tampa Bay wins 6-5, both teams with 7 hits. Tampa Bay, though, does go out and pick up the victory. It's a game that they needed. You don't want to go down 3-0 because then the series basically feels over, right? In baseball, it's only happened once where teams come back from down 3-0. So essentially, it feels like it's over if you go down and lose this game, but the Rays now have a bunch of hope going forward. If they win their next one, the series is tied, right? So game 3, a huge swing game, and the Rays do get it done here at the Trop. We will go on to game number 4 tomorrow night. So folks, thank y'all for watching episode number 55 of the Cincinnati Reds franchise mode here on MLB The Show 24. If you haven't yet though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more, and make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Thank you folks for watching, and Mamba forever.